Now, before we get into creating some formulas, there's something that I want to kind of recap. We've talked about it just a little bit and even just kind of in passing, but it's a very, very important concept as far as formulas are concerned. So let's make sure that we've nailed this one down, and I'm going to make it quick because we're going to talk about it again and again, but I want to get this up front, out of the way. That way formulas will go nice and smooth for us. All right, we're going to talk about cell references. The way that you reference a value or a location within your Excel worksheet. Here we go. All right, so we've got our spreadsheet started looking pretty good. Got the basic structure, got labels, got some numeric values in there, got some dates. Looking good. Now I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. If I hold down the Control key on my keyboard and use the middle mouse wheel, this will allow me to scroll in. I love that one. You can also use the little scroll bar. Let me move my big fat head out of the way here. You can use the zoom or the scroll bar down here in the corner as well of your Excel interface. That will allow you to zoom. Oops, let's get that out of the way. That will allow you to zoom as well, just right there, up and down. All right, but I like using the middle mouse wheel and the Control key. Very, very nice. All right, so now here, cell references. How do you reference content within an Excel document? This might be common knowledge. You may have done this many times within your Excel work. If not, this is something that's going to follow you around inside of Excel in everything you do, especially when it comes to formulas. So imagine this. Somebody sends you this document, right? We save it. Somebody saves it. They throw it into an email and they send it to you. And they tell you, hey, I want you to go take a look at some values, right? Let's go take a look at the values for X month, right? Or for X bill, or for whatever, right? You open this up. This is a pretty simple one, so it may not be that hard to find. But what if you had several months in there? They say, go look at the month of August. Gotta love August. August is a good month. Go look at August. But now you got August 2019, you got August 2020, you got August 2018, whatever. So it's like, well, which August am I supposed to be looking at? Well, you can write them back and say, well, which year, right? Which month, which year should I be looking at? Hopefully they get back to you. But wouldn't it be nice if they told you exactly where to look, right? When you say February, I want you to go look at February values. Okay, well, where is February? Well, February starts inside of cell C3. And I can find that right here. I clicked into February. Up here in the top left corner of my screen, I can see C3. There it is. If I click someplace else, let's say I want you to look at January's value for candy. Okay, great. Well, that's inside of cell B8. These are our cell references. Cells, they can be referenced as a standalone cell, a single cell, like we just did. C3, B8, D3, D6, whatever. They can be referenced as a range of cells. I can say, I want you to look at all the February values. Well, that goes from C4 to C8. And I'm just left clicking and dragging. Left click C4, drag down to C8. I've now selected that range of cells. Now I look at the box at the top and it still tells me just one cell, C4, because that's the active cell within that selection. But I've got that range of cells, C4 to C8. Maybe I want you to reference the entire table. Well, that goes from A3 down to D8, right? That's that range of data, that range of cells. Now, a couple little shortcuts for you. You can also reference non-contiguous or cells that are not touching. This will become very important when you get into formulas, you get into charts, you get into pivot tables, you get into something that you want to reference a range of cells that do not touch, non-contiguous group of cells. So I can say, I want you to look at the headers and rent. Let's get that right there. Now, I also want you to look at food. Well, food is 3 rows down from bills and rent. Well, here, I can hold down the Control key on my keyboard, and I can select food. So now I can get a non-contiguous group of cells. Again, this is great if you want to create charts and you don't want to include all of the data. I just want the headers, the months there, and I want rent, and I want food. Okay? Don't select it all, just get the data that you need. All right, so this is, again, just really quickly, cell references. You reference cells, you reference the location of these values. Now again, very important for our next section when we get into formulas, because that's what you're going to do, is you're going to reference the data by its cell reference. Get ready for it. But take a moment and spend just a little bit of time and identify where these different values are at. What cell, what column, row address are they located in?